Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
So we're going to remove this radio trim panel. There's two Phillips head screws underneath here. There's one right here. There's another one over here. Pull those screws out. Then you can grab this panel and just pop it out. You may need a trim tool underneath here. There's a bunch of clips. There's clips up here, clips over here. And we're gonna disconnect the electrical connector for the hazard switch on the back. Can you see? Mm-hmm. So you can use, I'm just going to use the screwdriver and push down on the lock and pull the connector out. Little lock right here. See right there? Just push down on that. And there's another lock on the rear defroster button. Push that one down. That's right there. And for the auxiliary outlet, the 12 volt auxiliary outlet or cigarette outlet, we'll just grab the connector. You can pull that straight out. There's no lock on that. And that's the cover. To pull the radio out, there is 4 Phillips head screws all along the side of the radio. So we will loosen these up. Take these screws out. Pull this, grab the radio, pull this out. There's an antenna wire right here. You're gonna grab and you're gonna push down on the lock and then pull that out. And then there's 2 other connections right here. You can use a screwdriver and just push down on the tab right there and pull that connector out, and then same with this one. Just like that. All right, so we're gonna install our new radio, but before we do that, we're gonna take these brackets off of the old radio. Normally there's 4 screws right here. They're Phillips head screws. This one only has 2. So I'll take these screws out. And it's gonna be the same for the other side as well. Pull these screws out. We can take this bracket off and transfer it over to our new radio. You may have to play with where the mounting holes will be. You can move them around a little bit. So install it like that. Snug these up. And then I'll do the same for the other side. All right, so the new radio that we're installing has a different connector than the factory. So The new radio comes with this adapter with the wires coming off, but then they're blunt cut at the end. So you need to either wire into your vehicle or you need to get a harness. The best thing to do would be to get a harness so that you can make a wiring harness and connect this connector to these two connectors. What you get when you get a harness, you're going to match up the colors with the radio harness, and majority of the time the colors match exactly right. So you just follow the key for the radio and follow the key for the wiring harness that you get and just splice them together. All right, I'm going to show you guys how we can connect these two wires together. Since this harness is already connected, you can take some wire strippers, just strip the wire right there, strip the wire right here, just like that. It's a little too much on this side, so we'll trim this down just a little bit. And then we can use these butt connectors. Because it's inside the vehicle, they don't have to be insulated. You can just tape them up afterwards. So you can slide this over, get that on, and then on these wire strippers. So on these wire strippers, there's this little red dot right there. This is where you're gonna wanna crimp this connector. Just do it right here. Make sure that wire's in there enough. And we'll just squeeze it tight. Squeeze it as tight as you can. And we're going to do the same with this other side. Slide that in there and do the same on this side. And squeeze it as tight as you can. Just like that. And check these, you want to grab the connector right there and wiggle the wire back and forth, make sure it's tight, and both sides are tight. And you can do this for all those wires to connect them together. You should be good to go. You could also... Okay, so I'm going to hook this wiring harness up. This will plug right into the factory connector. This is going to go in this way. Just line this up a little bit and lock it in. And then same with this connector as well. Line this up. Lock that in, and then we needed an additional ground because this vehicle has a factory amp, so there was a ground that goes to the radio, but we needed one more, so I'm gonna use a bolt and a nut. And we're gonna install this ground right here as part of this frame right here. And it's metal, so I can ground it right here. So I'm going to slide that through there and then stick the nut on the other side. Pull these wires out of my way. I'm just going to snug this ground down. All right, that's good. And with that connected, we can hook up our radio. All right, and then we'll plug this into the back of the radio. Oh, CD came out. So our antenna connector is different. We're going to need to get an adapter for the antenna, so we're not going to hook that up right now, but keep in mind that if you have a radio like this, you're going to need an adapter for the antenna. Line this up. All right, so we're going to install these 4 screws, go on the outside of the radio. These Phillips head screws. We're going to connect this electrical connector right here. We'll slide this over here. And then we're going to connect these other 2 electrical connectors. The wide one's going to go to the bottom for the rear defrost. Lock that one in, and then connect the top one for the hazard switch. It's all lined up. We can take our 2 Phillips head screws. Screw this in down here. 1 screw here, 1 screw on the other side. Snug those up. That's good. Turn the power on, and it works.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.